Why do bad things happen? Why do bad things happen? That's the question that a lot of us have, but we must come to admit that we live in an imperfect world. And then we have the question that we have a perfect God who can end the world of all evil. Why won't He just make it so that bad things don't happen? For God to make it so that bad things won't happen, He would have to control everyone and take away their free will. God doesn't want to do that. He gives everybody a choice. He lets everybody choose what they do. So letting people choose what they do, it will involve bad things happening, because if you understand it correctly, we are bad people. We all fall short of God's glorious standard. But He gave us a gift that if we accept His Son Jesus Christ, that we will be considered as righteous towards Him. So when bad things happen, you guys got to know that we live in an imperfect world, but we are not to fall in love with this world. That's the main problem. We're so in love with this world right here, but we should be looking for the world to come, to be with the Father, to be with God. You know, why do we expect bad things not to happen? Don't be pessimistic and expect bad things to happen, but when bad things happen, God gives you a blueprint to follow when they do happen, which is to follow Him and seek Him. Why do we see all this bad stuff happening on the news to other people and don't think much about it, but then when it happens to us, we start to question God? No. This thing is happening to everyone around the world. God doesn't want anyone to perish, but these things should lead us to Him. Because sooner or later this world is going to go away. And when this world is gone, where will you end up? So when bad things happen, just remember, we're not in a perfect world. And also, God has a purpose for everything. God has a purpose for everything. Even the trees get cut down for their purposes. You might have lost a loved one, but it was a purpose in it. I lost my father, but I had to understand there was a purpose in it. Because there are things that I would not have learned in this life or matured through if I still had my father with me. Yes, I love and miss my dad, my earthly dad. But I've learned so much in these last 6 years that I wouldn't be able to learn if I was one of those people that had their dad still living with them to the age of in their 50s. So, but I had to understand the world that I live in. I want to read y'all a scripture that comes from Isaiah 57:1 that might help you out. It says that good people pass away, the godly often die before their time, but no one seems to care or wonder why. No one seems to understand that God is protecting them from the evil to come. So change your perspective on the things we go through. Change your perspective on death. God is protecting some of us. Change your perspective on the bad things that are happening. Remember that it should motivate you to seek the life to come, which is being with Him, and to share the salvation and grace that you have with Jesus Christ. Share it with others so that they won't perish, but they will. When this world is done, they will have that same grace and peace with the Father. That is our goal. That is our purpose. Lead people to God. I hope this blesses y'all. I hope y'all be blessed today. In Jesus' name.